What made you think, "You've got to be kidding me," when someone sat next to you on an airplane? 1. I was on a flight from San Francisco to New York, in a window seat, and a man in a business suit sat down in the aisle seat and then put his 3-year-old son in the middle seat. As soon as we took off and were allowed to put our tray tables down, the man took out his laptop and told the little boy to keep quiet and not bother him or me. I said it was okay if he talked to me. The poor child had no games or toys to distract him, not even any snack. It was before smartphones and before we could select individual movies. What was he supposed to do on a 4-hour flight? I played games with him, talking very softly to avoid annoying mean dad. The man didn't tell me to stop, so I had fun with the little guy until we deplaned. I shared a snack I'd brought with him, and I drew pictures for him on my legal pad. I was on a business trip. His father never said another word to his son, nor did he thank me, but the sweet little boy did and gave me a hug. Some people don't deserve children. 2. An attractive young French woman scooted past my aisle seat to sit in the middle seat next to me. She leaned over close and asked me if I was single. When I said no, married, and pointed at my ring, she actually leaned in closer and asked, "But are you single today?" Totally flustered, I was unable to give a comprehensible answer before she added, "Traveling single. Can you switch seats with my boyfriend?" Pointing across the aisle at a grinning young man 2 rows back. I switched seats and watched them cuddle for an 8 hours flight. After years of telling this story, my wife is known to throw out a "Are you single today?" comment when I get out of line around the house. 3. I was bracing myself for a 13-hour plane ride, no easy task when you have claustrophobia. I had the L seat, and was waiting to see who'd be next to me. When I saw, my heart plunged down. It was a woman with a 4-year-old boy. I expected a nightmare. It turned out he was the most intelligent and delightful child I'd seen in a long time. He asked really smart questions, sometimes amusing and always intelligent, and I had a wonderful time with him. I think if he'd been 14, 24, 44 or 84, I'd have liked him just as much. Sometimes life brings nice surprises. His mother was nice too, but that was less surprising. 4. Flight from Canada to the UK. Guy sat down next to me and I gagged. "So what? I hear you cry." Well, I'm a plumber's son. I've worked farming and domestic spillages and ruptured pipes. I have literally worked knee deep in human poop to get a job done, and the smell of this guy made me gag. So I went and asked the harried looking attendant if I could switch seats, and she just spat out "Full flight, no seats," and shooed me away. So I went back to my seat, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit next to this guy who smelled like a homeless guy who had shat himself to death in the Florida sun 3 days ago. So I went to try the attendants again and, again, I got the brush off. Back I went to my seat and I had a little think. And I started pushing my call bell. A lot. Grumpy attendant came to see me to shut me up. Grumpy attendant leaned in close to tell me off. Grumpy attendant took a big deep breath in so she could give me a proper scolding. Grumpy attendant nearly puked in my lap. Shortly thereafter my happy arse was a long way away from where I had been, and now apologetic attendant fed me business class food and whined to say sorry. In all of my long decades on this silly little flying marble we call home, that man was, by far, the worst thing I've ever smelled.